tapping, another name for it is EFT, emotional freedom technique. We call it tapping because we are literally physically tapping on endpoints of meridians of our body. And what the latest research shows is that when we tap on these places in our body while we're stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, we send a calming signal to the amygdala in the brain, the fight or flight part of us, the part that's stressed, the part that's hurried. It sends a calming signal there, helps to rewire the brain and find peace within. We're combining the best of both worlds. We're going a little bit beyond talk therapy, which is wonderful. And when we talk about our feelings and we express what's going on in our lives, we can certainly create change. A lot of people find that they get stuck. So they'll say like, I've been talking about this issue for a decade and it doesn't seem to get better. I've been dealing with a fear of flying. I've been dealing with this anxiety. I've been dealing with this thing that I can't seem to break through. And what the tapping does beautifully is it brings this body that we have in, right? We tend to forget that it's not just our mind up here, that it's our whole body. So when we bring the body in and when we combine it with the tapping, with the mind, we send that calming signal. We sort of break that pattern of what's happening in our brains. Still wake up every morning and go, wait, how does that work? Like I said, the research shows we're calming that amygdala. You mentioned the pandemic. We focused on the frontline workers. So we donated over 22,000 memberships to nurses and doctors and everyone who was on the front lines doing that extra work. So for them, for example, we created specific tapping meditations in the app for before a shift and after a shift, just trying to get their energy settled before a shift. I mean, think about it. Like you're in the thick of it. I mean, that work is hard to start with. And now you add, the lockdowns and the stress and, the places that were hit hard with COVID. So preparing them for the day. And then at the end of the day, letting go of the day. So these were just processes to calm down the body, to let the body know that it's safe, to turn off that fight or flight response. Even just 5 minutes a day will transform your life. It doesn't have to be a big commitment to see the change.
Nick, it's over to you.
When we tap, we start by just tuning into what we want to work on. So take a moment now, as we've had this conversation, maybe you thought about some stress in your life, some anxiety you're feeling. If you're angry about something, if you're sad about something, just pick a target. Try to notice a place in your life, something you want to let go of. Now, this could be big or small. It can be something huge, or it can be, last week someone said something to me and I can't stop thinking about it. It's running through my brain. I can't let it go. So go ahead and pick that thing for yourself. And then we want to give it a number in intensity so we can measure the before and after. Really simple, 0 to 10 scale. How anxious are you? How stressed are you? How much does this bother you? Go ahead and give it a number. If you're in physical pain, I mentioned earlier, tapping is great for physical pain. You can focus on that. You can say, you know what? My back really hurts. It's at an 8. I'm angry and I'm at a 9. I just can't let this go. So we have our target, we have a number, and then we're going to start tapping. We start by tapping on the side of the hand. It's on the outside of the hand below the pinky. You're taking 4 fingers of one hand and tapping on the other, whatever hand feels comfortable for you. And then repeat after me, either in your mind or out loud, tapping continuously. Even though I have this stress in my body.
Even though I have this stress in my body.
I choose to relax now.
I choose to relax now.
We're going to stay on the side of the hand. 2 more statements. Even though I have all this stress.
Even though I have all this stress.
Hard to let it go.
It's hard to let it go.
I'm open to releasing it now.
I'm open to releasing it now.
And one more time, still tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I'm holding on.
Even though I'm holding on.
To all this stress.
To all this stress.
I choose to let it go now.
I choose to let it go now.
Now we'll tap through the points. I'll describe them. Don't worry about getting them perfect. The first point with 2 fingers of one hand or both hands is on the inside of the eyebrow where the hair ends and it meets the nose. You're going to tap gently. And as you tap, just focus in on this issue. So if you have back pain, just feel it. If you're angry about something, think the thought. We're actually looking to fire the brain, fire that amygdala, and send that calming signal. So think about what that person said to you, the stress in your life. Now we move to the side of the eye. It's not at the temple, right next to the eye, on the bone. Again, one side or both sides, tapping gently. tuning in to this thing, this issue that you'd like to let go of, thinking about it, visualizing it if you see things, or just having those thoughts. The next point is under the eye. Again, one side or both sides, tapping gently, thinking these thoughts, bringing your mind to this thing that has been stuck, that's been tough to let go of, and opening up to the possibility of letting it go. Now moving under the nose, 2 fingers right underneath the nose, making gentle contact with the skin and the bone, thinking about this issue. What's going on in your life that you want to let go of? Why has this been hard to let go of? Now under the mouth, above the chin, below the lip, and that little crease there, tapping gently, thinking these thoughts. And if you get distracted or you're trying to figure out the points, that's okay. Just bring your mind back to this issue, the anger, the anxiety, everything that's been going on. And just notice as you acknowledge how you feel, as you give yourself that moment to acknowledge the stress, the anxiety, the anger, your body begins to let go. That space begins to open up. The next point is the collarbone point. Just take all 10 fingers of both hands right below the 2 little bones, tapping gently, bringing your attention back to this issue, this pain, this anger, this anxiety, noticing how it begins to loosen its grip. You begin to feel safe in your body, to open to the possibility of letting this go. Strong, grounded, and safe. The next point is underneath the arm, 3 inches underneath the armpit, either side of the body. Bring your attention back to it and let it go. Bring your attention back to it and let it go. And the last point in the sequence is right at the top of the head, right on the crown, thinking about this issue, letting it go. And we'll do one more quick round, moving right back to the eyebrow, and repeat after me, either in your mind or out loud. It's safe to let this go.
Safe to let this go.
Out of the eye. I'm open to releasing this issue.
Open to releasing this issue.
Under the eye, and finding peace in my body.
Finding peace in my body.
Under the nose, letting go. Under the mouth, I'm strong, grounded, and safe.
I'm strong, grounded, and safe.
Collarbone, in every cell of my body.
In every cell of my body.
Under the arm, right now.
Right now.
Top of the head, right now.
Right now.
And go ahead and take a gentle breath in. You can stop tapping and tune back into that issue. So we did 2 quick rounds.
Feel great. Nick, I love you so much. I hope to meet you one day, but I feel like we just got to know each other a bit better. So thank you so much for your time.
Take care.
Nick Ortner, live from Connecticut. How cool is that?